Hello. I don't know why I started with a big sigh. It just happened. But welcome back to my island. Heyo, we've been here a billion times before, but I've redone it again. And if you've seen my Twitch streams, you've probably seen this as well. But for my own sake, I like to, every time I finish a version of the island, I like to do a little bit of an update video, a little tour, a little walk around, a little show and tell. So we'll do that right here, right now, on the internet, in a video, on YouTube, recorded with OBS, at my computer, in my apartment. Let's go. So, first of all, the entranceway, I will admit this, I'm going to come clean here. I'm going to out myself. The entrance, I stole from this YouTube channel. I'm going to put a link to it in the description because there's a lot of really good inspiration. And I would recommend go checking it out and just seeing like, wow, look at all the things that I can't do. But I really like it. It's really like dense and packed, and it also blocks the rest of the island from view, which I always wanted to sort of try to put together for the entranceway, but I could never really figure out how to do it well on my own. So I stole it, and now I like it. Anyway, the path, though, I actually did myself. I made it on my second island with my second account, and I'll put the creator code to that if you want this path. There is also a version of the path without the pink flowers, so if you don't like the pink flowers, you can get the version without the pink flowers. Anyway, moving on. I've gone for a very natural theme this time around, as you can probably tell, because I had like a neighborhood last time, right, with like streets and paved roads and fences and everything was sort of in a pathy type of structured way. So I wanted to try my hand on not that this time, and I'm really happy with it. At least parts of it. There are parts of it that are a little bit lacking, and I'll berate myself for those later. But for now, let's pretend that we love everything. Oh yeah, diagonal patterns, baby. I'll put at the end of the video, I'll put a screenshot of all of the creator codes that I've used for like downloads. So if you want to see the codes or the patterns from these people, you can go look them up yourself. But down here we have a little Zucker. Oh. Nah, I'm not gonna bother. Down here we have a little Zucker plays. He's got, you know, a little bit of a nook to himself, and he's got easy access to the sea because he's a squid, so he might need to go visit his family. Up past him, though, we have the Secret Cove. This was actually one of the first places I constructed because I had some stuff left over. Can you hear that? That's my dishwasher. I don't know if that comes through on the recording. Anyway, I made a little hidden, little secret, little what should you call it, shrine here, and I discovered the use of the bamboo partition. So I've been using the bamboo partition fairly heavily to break up the horizon. And I really like it because it's only a half tile wide, which is surprising for Animal Crossing because usually the bounding boxes for things are way too big. But they're only a half tile wide, so you can put two of them on the back path or the back tile of your island. But this is the guardian of weather because he has a shovel. So you go up here and you do a little bit of a. If you need like rain or not rain or stars or something, you just go here and you pay respects, and then the weather always works out in your favor. Except sometimes when you just get rain and then the flowers explode. So moving up past Zucker, back up here, I've stuck Pingu over here, and I don't really like it because it's a little cramped and a little awkward, and he's so far away from like the beaten path, but I also wanted him to have, you know, easy access to the ocean because he is a penguin. He is a bird. He needs to maybe go out and swim around and, like, I don't know, catch the surfing waves or something like that. You know, like the penguins in the Surf's Up movie. Here we have a toilet. I don't know how to pronounce this name. Etoile? Etoile? Etoile. This one. The Sanrio one? Etoile. It just sounds like you're saying a toilet with a French accent. They wanted to move out, which is sad. I said, no, you're trapped here forever. But sneaking over here, we have a natural little path and a natural little waterfall and a completely natural little mushroom leading up to Fauna. Hey, Fauna. Good watering. She has a nice big old garden with pumpkins and lawnmowers and wheelbarrows and carrot cakes, because she's one of them natural gals, you know? Ooh, and also, because she's a deer, she has a deer scare next to her house, because the best thing to do is to face your fears, and she needs to wean herself? No, she needs to get used to it? You know how, like, when you build up an immunity or, like, a tolerance to things by exposing yourself to them a lot? That's what. So I'm in my headcanon, the side window there is her bedroom window, and then this is right outside of her bedroom. So when she has a nightmare and she wakes up, she looks out the window and she sees the dare scare, and she realizes that not everything is scary, because if that's a dare scare specifically made to scare her and she doesn't fear it, she's good. Anyway, up here, Bo lives. Yeah, up here Bo lives, because he has a nice log cabin, so I wanted to put him sort of on the mountaintop in the forest. I wish I could put more trees behind his house, but the island ends there. So again, bamboo partition, baby. Save the horizon for us. Another problem I had was to blend these paths with the real paths. So I just did sort of a this. The mindset or the sort of backstory here is that these paths, the proper paths, sort of eroded over time, so they're not like complete anymore, and then it just turns to dirt, because this is like a rundown kind of, well, not rundown, but it's an old village. But I had to use proper paths to some regard, because then you have this stupid brick square that you can't change, and you can't go from rustic dirt paths to instant brick. That doesn't make any sense. Down here, I saved some space for the update. And then the update didn't happen. But I'm still saving the space, because I live on the hope. I live on the hope that 2.0 is going to drop during E3, and then we're going to get like a Brewster and like maybe a disco or a salon where you can get new haircuts and do your makeup, and maybe a observatory where the Celeste works and you can go in at night and you can chart star patterns and stuff and other things. I just want more buildings. I want stuff on my island that isn't the two things that exist. Able Sisters and Nook's Cranny, sure, they're great. Also, don't wear Christmas clothing in the summer, Zucker. Down here, I have my stage. This is for performances only, so unfortunately, the villagers can't do this sneaky, like, sidle walk. I wanted this to be covered up so that if you have, like, a cool outfit on or something, and you don't want the audience to see it until you appear, you go, like, boop, and it's like a reveal, and then you stand here, and then people sit down here, and, like, you have this amazing performance, and everybody loves it. It's pretty cute, and it's pretty cool, but it's also pretty useless, because I haven't actually done anything with it ever, but I still like it, so I'm keeping it. Up here, I stuck my museum. Oh, another one. No. Oh, I've done a lot of tree stunting in this island as well, which is just planting a fruit next to a tree that is growing, and it'll just stop growing. So I've done a bit of that on this island. But this is my cove, my sneaky temple cove with a sneaky temple in it. And I like this. I had my house here before, but I was like, this is too ostentatious. I can't live here anymore. So, museum it is. Able Sisters, sneaky back here. They have a bunch of storage boxes here. This is where they get all the deliveries with all the new clothing for all the new seasons and all the new fashion. Except it's all the same fashion these days because they don't need to unbox anything new because no one ever purchases and says anything because it's all the same. That's my headcanon. That's the lore that I've decided to go with. Flurry lives here. Flurry has a bird. And also, she set the ground on fire, which is what we like to see from a tiny hamster. I mean, you wouldn't suspect it. And then Tangy lives here with some bug friends, you know, because Tangy likes those. Tangy's a lazy. I live up here, but we'll go there in a minute, because we'll have to sneak down here first. This is my supposed fishing village that didn't turn into a fishing village at all, because I didn't have enough fishing stuff to decorate with, but I still kind of like it. We have Lolly lives here. Lolly and Barreled and Mira. They're all hanging out down here in this little village. I wanted this island to have like a couple of little neighborhoods instead of just one residential area. So this is my mini village, and they have a little bridge here with some fishing stuff and a forever spinning shell. There's a perpetual motion machine that can never be Going back up, we have my house, and I had some difficulties with this, but I really like how it turned out, because the house is placed like exactly on the edge of a cliff, which I did dig out around my house where it was situated before, just to make sure that you could actually put the house right on a cliff. But then when I had built this cliff for my house, I couldn't place it. I couldn't move here because it said that it was too close to a cliff. So it presented a bit of an issue because I couldn't extend the ground on this side, obviously. Fortunately, I could extend it back once. I moved this tree and I built it out one tier backwards. And then I could put my house down. And then I could instantly just remove that row of dirt again, so it's actually placed square on the edge. I don't know why the game does that. Like, you can't put it close to an edge, but you can make the edge closer to it once you've placed the house down. So luckily that worked out. I like it though. It's a nice integration. I wanted to live like close to villagers and not way off on my own, so I like it. And then also I have this little bridge, log bridge here, which I think is very cute. And this takes us to my favorite place on the entire island, because this just turned out so dense and so packed and so pretty. And you have the moon in the background to break up that horizon a bit. And I mean, I just think that this is the darndest. So this is my favorite place. Actually, should be more like that. Up here I decided to just leave a bit of a meadow. I haven't really decided what to put here. I threw some of this stuff down, but it's not used for anything just yet. I've been using it to test out some terraforming techniques and tools. I don't want to cover it with too many trees and stuff, because I like being able to see down this little crevasse down here. And also, I like that you can get a glimpse of whatever's going on over there. It sure looks like an interesting time, doesn't it?
So if we can imagine Isabelle in Nook's office or whatever, she's dead. Oh.
Isabelle's dead. Oh, all this time. Anyway, this is, again, where the civilization takes over for a little while, and we get to the train station, which is not currently super in... Oh. It's noon. Not currently super in use, because, well, on this side... Well, this is the edge. This is the end of the train. The train is supposed to go the other way. This is the end station. However, unfortunately, Rossetti is just, I mean, he's hard at work back here. He's been going at it for a long time, though, and we haven't seen any improvement. We haven't seen the actual tracks going any further. So I don't know. We might have to fire him and get working on some new crew here. But for now, we'll give him the benefit of a doubt. A little sneaky beach. I put a bunch of coins there to, you know, entice Red to show up with real art, because he likes to bring the same real art that I already own, which is interesting, or the same fake art that I already own. I'm still hoping. I'm still believing. You know, I'm putting my faith in the shady thief character, which now that I'm saying it out loud seems misplaced. But that's the island. I think it's my third complete overhaul, but I did like a half overhaul. So 3.5, island 3.5. I've lost count. But I do think it turned out pretty good. If you want to steal some of these patterns, again, all the creator codes, including my own for the path, will be in the description. Let me just. You know, playing Pokemon Snap recently, it connects to the internet with a button press. How about that? These are the ones. That's my other one for the path. And then you can just use any of these for your own nefarious deeds. Just look into them. I don't remember which one is which, but I do remember that they're all probably good because I've favorited them at some point. And that's the island. Yep. Please come again. Bye!